Yes, ma'am.
Anything you'd like to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Yes. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak. Hopefully by the end of this speech, you can come to an understanding about how I came to be here today. First and foremost, I'd like to apologize to the court, my family, and everyone who looks to me as a loved one. What I did was foolish, and I take full responsibility for my actions. Even though there was never truly an explosive, I thank God no one was hurt. But you have to understand, these were the actions of someone who was not well. I was sick and suffering from many afflictions at the time. I only know this now because it was past time I started being real about myself and my conditions. I have a lot to say, so please bear with me because there are things you need to know. I've been battling addiction issues with drugs and alcohol for years. I've just had too much pride to admit it. I lied to myself and said that I had it under control and that my usage really wasn't an issue. But when I look back, every single time I've gotten into trouble, I've been under the influence of drugs and alcohol, and this time is no different. I had been up for over a week on meth when I committed these crimes. As you know, being up for that long is enough to warp your mind by itself, but that was only part of the problem. As it turns out, I have serious mental health problems, and this explains why I have stints of irrational criminal behavior. I've been diagnosed by Health West with PTSD and anxiety, and I was just recently diagnosed with bipolar, schizophrenia, and suspected of having multi-personality disorder. All of these mental conditions can cause self-destructive behavior, but coupled with heavy drug use, it was a recipe for disaster. It is necessary for you to know the conditions and events that were taking place in my life at the time for you to understand why I committed these crimes. So please let me explain. We had recently fell on extremely hard times. It seemed like everything that could go wrong was going wrong. I had recently got laid off my job. My girlfriend got into an accident that nearly killed her and totaled her car. The lights were shut off, the other bills were piling up, we didn't have any food in the house, and so many other things. I can go on and on and on. All this coupled with relationship issues and me not being able to provide for my family put me in an extremely low spot. So low, in fact, I had thoughts of taking my own life. Everything was falling down around me. I had this all-consuming feeling of doom, like I was gonna lose everything if I didn't act now. So between the unchecked mental health problems, the drugs and alcohol, and being up for so long, all the stress caused me to snap and have a complete mental breakdown. It is believed I was in a manic state of psychosis when I committed these crimes. I should have been admitted to a psychiatric hospital, but I had no idea the seriousness of my conditions. I truly felt like I was doing the only thing I could to fix everything, but all I really did was take myself away from the very people I was trying to provide for. I stand before you today, a changed man. Over the last year I've been incarcerated, I've gotten the help I need to address the real factors that caused me to get in trouble. I'm working to guarantee I never end up in this kind of situation again. The biggest help by far has been my new mental health medication. Since I've been on proper meds this past year, my whole pattern of thinking and behaving has changed. It's like night and day, the difference being comparable to Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I've arranged to continue to work with Health West upon my release and attend therapy. This will ensure we keep a close eye on my mental condition and ensure I get the proper help I need if I ever start to down spiral again. I also plan on being an advocate for mental health awareness in the community, so people can get the help they need before they end up like me. Next, no matter what happens here today, I'm going to check myself into rehab. I'm going to fight my substance abuse issues head on because they've been a problem in my life for far too long. I have several loving family members who happily agreed to be my sponsors in case I need support. And lastly, but definitely not least, I have a guaranteed full-time job waiting on me at West Michigan Mental Services. So as you can see, Your Honor, I've already started taking the steps necessary to ensure that I once again become a functional, productive member of our community. I now throw myself at the mercy of the courts. I ask you to please forgive me, and I beg you not to punish me any further for acts I committed in my fit of temporary insanity. Again, it is imperative that you know I did not have an explosive. It was a smoke device used to cause a diversion so I could run out the door with a cart full of merchandise. Looking back, it is one of the dumbest things I've ever done, and I truly am sorry. But again, I wasn't in my right state of mind. I know my record is bad, but now we know why, and I've gotten the help I need to ensure I don't get into any more trouble. What I needed was help with my mental health and addiction issues, not more incarceration. If anything, may I humbly suggest recovery, court, and treatment so I can continue to get the help I need and we can keep an eye on my condition. Just please don't keep me from my family any longer. I've already been incarcerated for a full year. I'm begging you to please give me one shot to prove I'm a better man. And if I mess up at all, I invite you to throw the book at me. I pray you find it in your heart to give me the chance to return home and be the man everyone knows I can be. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak.
Thank you.
Your Honor,